For years, Windows users have begged Microsoft to restore some of the most practical taskbar features that disappeared with the shift from Windows 10 to Windows 11. Now, with the release of Windows 11 version 25H2, those long-standing requests are finally being answered. Microsoft has officially reintroduced several long-missing features, including multi-monitor notification support and the beloved calendar clock with seconds, which have been absent since the launch of Windows 11. These updates may seem small, but they significantly enhance the everyday Windows experience, especially for users with multi-display setups or those who rely on precision time tracking. In today's video, we'll break down everything included in this new update, KB5065789, explore how to enable these features, and discuss why Microsoft's latest move signals a renewed focus on user feedback. Let's dive into the details of what's new, what's improved, and why it matters. After years of user requests and feedback, Microsoft has finally delivered one of the most awaited enhancements for Windows 11. Yes, a long-requested taskbar feature has officially made its way into the operating system with the release of Windows 11 version 25H2, and it's also rolling out to version 24H2 since both share the same branch and core code base. Earlier this week, Microsoft quietly pushed this improvement alongside the non-security update KB5065789, bringing joy to power users and professionals who have been waiting for this small but meaningful fix. The big news? Multi-monitor users can now open the notification center directly on their secondary display, something that surprisingly wasn't possible before. Previously, if you clicked the clock or notification area on your second screen, absolutely nothing happened, forcing you to move your mouse all the way back to the main display just to check notifications or view the calendar. It was one of those everyday frustrations that seemed minor, but added unnecessary friction for anyone using multiple monitors. And now, at last, Microsoft has fixed it. This means that no matter which screen you're working on, you can instantly access the notification panel with a simple click, making multitasking smoother and more intuitive across all connected displays. This update is part of a broader set of refinements Microsoft is rolling out with the 25H2 build, aiming to improve usability and align Windows 11 with the convenience and consistency users loved in Windows 10. But that's not all. The update also revives another long-missed classic feature, the calendar clock in the notification center. This is a feature Windows 10 users adored, and its absence in Windows 11 has been one of the most discussed regressions since launch. Well, the wait is over. You can now open the calendar flyout and see not just a date, but also a larger clock that even displays seconds, something that's been missing for far too long. It's a small touch, but for many users, especially those who rely on precise timekeeping, like developers, streamers, or professionals managing schedules, having that visual accuracy makes a big difference. And it's not just nostalgia, it's about usability. The inclusion of the larger, more detailed clock brings back a sense of completeness to the Windows experience. However, there's a small catch. The calendar clock feature is turned off by default. To enable it, you'll need to head into your system settings. Simply go to Settings, Time and Language, Date and Time, and toggle on the Show Time Notification Center option. Once you do that, the classic calendar clock returns, proudly showing a time with seconds in the notification center, just like the old days, only now with Windows 11 sleek, modern design. Microsoft has even refined the overall appearance of notification area, making it smoother, cleaner, and better aligned with a fluent design aesthetic. The animation transitions feel faster and more fluid, and the spacing of icons has been slightly adjusted to make everything look more cohesive, especially when you're using high-resolution or ultra-wide monitors. This attention to detail shows that Microsoft is finally listening closely to user feedback and prioritizing the quality of life improvements that make a real difference in daily use. Interestingly, Microsoft originally said that Administrator Protection Preview would be released later, but after some confusion, the company clarified in its updated documentation that the notification and taskbar improvements were already part KB5065789, available right now. This means that even if you're still on Windows 11 version 24H2, you can enjoy these same features by simply enabling to get the latest updates as soon as they're available option in your Windows Update settings. Once toggled, Download and install KB5065789, and you'll immediately notice the changes. It's great to see Microsoft providing parity across versions instead of making users wait for the next major upgrade. Another nice touch is that these updates don't just restore old functionality, they make it better. For instance, when you open the notification center on a secondary display, it behaves intelligently by syncing notifications between displays without duplication. The animation speed adapts to your system's performance profile, so it feels responsive even on lower-end hardware. Meanwhile, the calendar flyout now supports system themes more accurately, automatically switching between light and dark modes based on your global preferences. And if you're someone who likes customizing your setup even further, there's some good news too. Microsoft has made the trade clock area more accessible for third-party mods and tools. You can now use lightweight utilities to add extra functionality to the taskbar clock, such as showing CPU usage, GPU load, RAM stats, or even weather updates, making your taskbar not just informative but uniquely yours. For users who love personalization, this is a welcome addition that blends perfectly with Windows 11's growing ecosystem of customization. Now, while these improvements are part of a non-security update, they represent something more important: Microsoft's renewed commitment to user-driven development. Over the past few years, the company has faced criticism for removing or changing features without clear justification. But updates like this show that user feedback does reach the developers. It just takes time. The restoration of the taskbar calendar clock, in particular, feels like a symbolic gesture, a way of saying, "We hear you." And with Windows 11 version 25H2, Microsoft seems focused on refining and perfecting the OS rather than overhauling it again, something many users will appreciate. Another subtle improvement worth noting is that notifications themselves now behave more consistently across different monitors. For example, if you dismiss a notification from one screen, it no longer remains open on another. The behavior is unified, seamless, and less distracting, an essential fix for productivity setups. Also, time synchronization has been improved in the backend, making the seconds display on the calendar clock more accurate and stable, even when your system resumes from sleep or hibernation. The combination of these tiny refinements adds up to a noticeably smoother experience overall. It's also worth highlighting that this update doesn't require any special installation tricks or insider enrollment. All you need to do is get the latest updates as soon as they are available in your settings, download KB5065789, and restart your PC. The features will appear automatically. That's it. It's that simple. And once you do, you'll notice immediately how much more polished and convenient your Windows experience feels. For those wondering whether this update affects performance, the answer is no. In fact, initial reports from users show that system performance and stability remain excellent, with no measurable impact on CPU or memory usage. This is one of those rare updates that only adds value without compromise. It's small quality of life changes like this that make Windows 11 feel mature and refined. And for anyone who's been holding off upgrading because of the missing taskbar features, now might be the perfect time to reconsider. With 25H2, Windows 11 is finally starting to feel complete. Not just visually stunning, but functionally satisfying as well. Microsoft may have taken its time, but these subtle additions show the company's long-term vision of blending modern aesthetics with user-centric functionality. Recommendation: end of script. If you've been frustrated by missing taskbar functions or simply want a smoother Windows experience, this update is absolutely worth installing. The return of the calendar clock with seconds and the ability to access notifications from secondary displays make a big difference in daily use, especially for professionals and multi-monitor users. Make sure to enable Get the Latest Updates and install KB5065789 to experience these new features today. And if you love discovering hidden tweaks, mods, and optimization tricks to make Windows truly yours, then keep watching and stay tuned to TechVerse, where we bring you the latest in technology, system updates, and everything that makes your digital world smarter and better. Because at TechVerse, your tech journey never stops.